He was reminded to make an intro again. He's slipping. It's Midwest Dungeon Delvers.
I need to do better. I'm sorry.
He came up with his intro in his sleep. It's burritscoldgaming. He was actually one of the first players to remember to make an intro this week. It's teusflips.
And I almost forgot about today's session this morning.
I'm Will, your game master who forgot to remind the players to make their intros this week until I was in the middle of cooking eggs this morning, and then it was a rush to my Discord. And this is Super Smash Quest.
Hey, we're very prepared this morning.
Yeah.
Very prepared. We are so prepared.
It's almost like you can tell that it's December right now. Almost.
Almost. It was below 10 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, I'm not used to anything below 50.
Oh, Bird.
Gosh.
It's time to live up to the name.
I only own shorts.
You're all speaking in your American tongues with your Fahrenheits. I'm trying to decipher it in my head right now.
Okay, hang on. I can do this.
Oh gosh.
Because I can't this morning.
Oh gosh. And so you now made me think, because like whenever I think like speaking in tongues, I think of the Holy Spirit giving like interpretation of languages, because tongues is another word for languages. And so I'm just like, oh yeah, like there's someone out there that God has specifically given the gift of tongues, but is only to be able to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius just on the spot.
That would be a miraculous gift to have. I'm not going to lie. That would be really nice.
I actually had to get used to that because I used to do college level physics, and they do Fahrenheit to Celsius a lot. So Teus, I'm used to anything above 10. Last night was below 12, negative 12.
Oh, yeah, that is cold.
I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that at all.
Yeah, it's been weird here. We've been at like around 35 Fahrenheit for you guys.
That doesn't sound too bad.
No, it's been really weird, if anything, because usually I'm used to like that colder kind of weather.
Right.
Fair enough. Alrighty. Welcome in on the Twitch side of things to Dan's. Congratulations on getting first to you. And Grow Squid, welcome in. Good to see y'all in here. Alrighty. And for today's session, we are actually going to be doing a little side thing. Oh, I should also note, Palm is not here because she had some existing plans already for today's morning. So, but frankly, that should be fine because we're going to be doing a little flashback today for a majority of the session. So, yeah.
Not a flashback, a flashback. Very different things.
Very different
connotations.
Things. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Alrighty. And with that, we should. Oh, I should also state that our amazing artists scrolling along the top of the screen are Damien Devil and teusflips. And credits for the music and stuff can be found on our website, fedorawill.com/Super Smash Quest, linked in the description. Alrighty. Now then, let us go ahead and roll for Rayquaza. We're not going to be doing a recap this session because there's no point in doing a recap.
This is the second session. This is the one.
This is the one where like
Rayquaza appears back in time in Bob's flashback. Oh my goodness!
I got 4 4s.
Oh,
that is impressive.
Look, if it had been all fours, I would have been arguing at least Green Ekans. At least Green
At
Ekans.
least the Green Ekans like slithers by. Wrong Jim. Wrong Jim.
Gosh. Alrighty. Well then, there's no recap music. So I guess we just kind of like start off in the.
Should we mention when this flashback is happening? At the very least, just so
And
that
the,
know.
actually that is important. The context is
Context matters.
The
Context matters because it'll play into the next session.
Oh,
so
yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully the last part of this session. But though
Yeah.
So Bob and Derek's were linked up together because Derek's has this ability where as he lays his hands upon someone, he is able to see into their thoughts. And Bob had been breaking a bunch of smash balls, collecting smashergy as a result, and has never felt more alive. And it seems that as he's been accruing more and more power into himself, he has been seeing and remembering more of these of these moments that he only had brief flashes of before. And so as Bob breaks a smash orb, the third one that he has collected subsequently, and with Derek's hand on, you see a very strange occurrence. All of this is going to be first person from Bob's point of view for all of these. And you find yourself extremely intensely hot. Your eyes are positioned forward. You can't really look around much. You see the back of your own head in front of you. And then you seem to be on some kind of conveyor belt of some sorts. And you can hear some kind of process happening behind you. And as the conveyor belt kind of turns around and like does a Yui, you do get a glimpse off to the side of where you just came from. You were poured into a mold and had come out of that. And there seems to be more of you in front of you and behind you along this line. Go ahead.
It burns.
And as you
That's it.
venture forward, there's a point. You see the ones in front of you get lifted off. There's some kind of like above head conveyor belt that seems to be taking each one by the neck, essentially. It would be more like a plunger. I think it would be like a plunger that kind of suctions and lifts you up. Yeah, and then takes each of you off. And as you kind of go down this coaster of sorts, you suddenly get lowered into something, and you feel something come up into your for lack of better words, butt. You see that now the people in front of you seem to have something coming out of their lower half that is big and black and kind of comes down, funnels off. It is your feet. You start to get wheeled off into a spot to cool down for a while. And then later, after you just kind of get rapid cooled by some fans as you kind of go along this conveyor, eventually to be placed into a box. Welcome in, Ninja, here on the Twitch.
Could you sign here? Just right here on the dotted line.
Yeah, I can totally do that. Thank you again. Appreciate this.
No
All
problem.
right.
No
There
problem.
you go.
You guys tend to get a lot of shipments of this big style of box. You guys.
I mean, this is their newest brand, I think, but we got one heck of a fighter in there, I gotta say. So they don't usually last long. Hopefully, their newer one will last for us a bit longer there.
Okay. Well, you have a good day now.
You as well. Grab the box and kind of. I think the box is about the size of me, maybe a bit smaller than I am.
Yeah. Maybe it's a cumbersome. Like there's no water in it right now, so like it's just cumbersome to carry. It's not like per se heavy.
What is Bob's height? I don't think I've ever really gotten that nailed down in my head. Is Bob a short king?
So if compacted for like transport and stuff, he'd be like around 4 feet tall. So
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I'm just kind of. Oh, okay, a bit heavier than the other ones. Like, kind of. Hey, Mac.
Yeah, no, you'd probably see Little Mac just swinging away
right now we can only see the inside of a box.
Oh, fair. You would hear the sounds of like really loud thuds before finally hearing the sound of like tearing fabric. What's up, Doc?
Could use a bit of help here. This one's heavier than the usual.
Oh, perfect timing. Just tore out this one.
Okay. I think we're starting to open the box a bit together.
Suddenly light starts to pour into the box, and you see faces that get to be associated with these voices, them being Little Mac and Doc, the two characters from Punch Out. One of them is starting to lift you out. You kind of feel the sensation of being dragged out from the darkness into the light.
Hopefully this one's going to last you a little bit longer there, Mac, and I'm going to kind of get it set up where some of the previous ones were, and there's just kind of busted up different types of like punching bags and things like that.
You can see the current one just sort of spilling out the foam from the chest.
And I'm just okay. Yep. Just kind of hit it on the back of the head to give it a quick test, like a 1-2. Feels good. Okay. I just need to fill it up with some water here, Mac, and you can go to town with it. And I'll just walk out of the scene here to get some water.
I'd think Little Mac would kind of walk up to the opponent bag and just kind of look it up and down, seeing its new model and stuff, and just give a light little just tap. Nothing crazy, just a tap against the chin. No words.
We transition now to the next scene, wherein where'd my music go? There we go. I'm very shocked that the internet has not created any lo-fi stuff for Punch-Out music. How has this not become a thing?
How is it not?
Punch-Out music is pretty bopping too. That's kind of insane.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like we need to get to work on that.
I understand this. I got that.
I'll find you some samples.
Yep.
Alrighty. So the we directly in front of where Bob is positioned, because again, like his head is purely just facing forward. You do see like there's a TV on the opposite end of from where he's positioned, so he is able to just kind of watch the TV, and it seems that every time that Little Mac is training with them, it might very well be the same day of the week consistently, and there's always some kind of movie playing on there, such as Harry Bowler and the Chamber of Publicly Known Information, which is what's currently playing on the TV.
Hartzelsnorf, we need to get to the chamber.
Oh, bless.
I would think after his usual workout with Bob, Little Mac will go sit on the edge of the training ring, wipe his face with sweat, wipe his face off with a towel,
Wipe his face with sweat, yes. Just put
yeah,
more
wipe
sweat
his
on.
face with sweat.
I think Doc will actually just toss you a towel really
Yeah,
quick.
you just catch and oh,
What's up, Mac? Kind of seem a little bit off today. What's going on?
I don't know, Doc. I just been thinking. Ever since we got that invitation, that fight with that monkey, it just things are getting weird.
Yeah, but it's New York. Things are always a little bit weird.
Yeah, but I'm used to fighting people, Doc. I got the belt. I'm happy about it, but is that what this becomes? Is it just further on from here? Do I go this whole out of the world experience? I was expecting something like a worldwide tournament, not worlds-wide tournament. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like don't really belong with that.
At this point, Mac's like, sorry. Doc is grabbing a bottle of water. He's bringing it over, and he's kind of just plopping a seat right beside you. Mac, I gotta ask you. And I know we talk about this every once in a while, but why did you decide to start boxing? Why'd you start fighting?
I mean, yeah, he's kind of looking down at his gloves and turning them back and forth. You can see they're just like absolutely ratted and matted and tearing at some points, but they're still the same gloves. And just, I guess I just was tired of being the little guy, you know? I was tired of being nobody. I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to be I didn't want to just be a face in the crowd. I wanted to be a person. Somebody that people could look up to.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? That's what you've been becoming. And you know, you're a junction right now. You can either expand on that or stay where you're at. And that's up to you, Mac. I've got your back no matter what you decide. You know that. If you decide you want to take on some weird alien thing, I got you. But if you decide you just want to keep on fighting the peoples, I've got you too.
I don't know, Doc. You think fighting those out there might help the little guy feel bigger? That's all I want.
I think at this point, Doc kind of leans back onto the ropes a little bit. Kind of got his hands on his pot belly. I can't tell you for certain there. But I can tell you this. I've seen you, someone that has perceived themselves as the little guy, take up more space in the room than I've seen anybody take up space in the room. If you could do it, I don't see why anybody else can't do it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Pardon me, I'm just coming through to clean up the mess over here.
Yeah.
Suddenly the janitor starts to come in, yes. Would you like to describe the physical characteristics of this janitor, please?
So he's kind of lanky in a way, like almost lithe physicality, where like his joints are so used to like moving around stuff to get into crevices that they're almost a little bent in misshapen places. And he walks forward and he just goes, "Oh, it's a mighty big pile you got there this week, Lil Mac. How many you go through this time?"
That's last week's. I've been working on this one, and take care of him. He's lasted me all week. He's doing real good.
Oh,
He's kind of motioned over to Bob.
no problem. Give him the special treatment. And he like moves over, but it's like this weird like dance movement, and like he's bypassing like little messes that like he as a janitor sees and is like, I don't want to step in that and make it worse. So like each movement looks so unnatural compared to like how a person.
I think Doc
normally...
in his own brain is like, wait, when did I hire a janitor?
It's just some guy that comes up.
It's just some guy that came along.
It's like the guy who comes in and washes the window. No. Okay.
The way you're doing the body moves just makes me think of Dalsim.
Yeah, a little bit. He moves over and he just kind of like starts picks up a towel out of like a little janitor's kit and then starts wiping sweat and stuff off. There you go, little guy. No problem. You see, we're gonna take good care of you. Oh, and he like pushes a little bit. Sounds like he needs to change water. And he like walks over and starts like filling up. Instead of like a big container, he's grabbed like used water bottles that have just been tossed. And he's like, never let it go to waste. And he's just filling up like the little bottle. And then going over and pouring it in, and then coming back, like, and making way more noise than he needs to.
I think there's just, like, we were in a very in-depth conversation, and we're just watching this bizarrely.
Oh, bless.
As he pours in, like, the last water, he, like, closes it, and gives Bob like a pat on the side of the face, and he just goes, just remember, big bosses don't care about the little guy. And then he like lithes his way out.
Can I just say that's such a weird thing to say after the conversation we just had?
100%.
So bizarre.
Wild.
100%.
Max just gonna stare the whole way and just. When did we hire that guy?
He looked eerily familiar to the DWNS guy. that delivered.
He
Oh,
looks
yeah, I
similar
just-
to that guy.
He looked eerily similar.
We never state. Yeah, I have written in here that the delivery guy is DWNS, which is like it's Downs as opposed to UPS.
For the ups, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just look at Mac.
Direct with no stops.
I think we need to change our keys. I think we're gonna need to change the keys. Locks.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe we need to just start screening our people more.
Yeah, I don't remember hiring them. He looks familiar though.
Anyways, I'll think
yeah,
about it, but he's gonna kind of reach into his pocket and pull out the Smash invitation. And he hands it over to you, Doc. You've always told me, coach me through what to do. I trust your judgment, so...
At this moment, Doc, you've put out the thing, and are you looking down or are you looking at Doc?
He's kind of looking down at the invitation, but he kind of looks up at you as he hands it over.
Mac, I know you trust me, and I appreciate that. But hey, and he kind of puts his hand out and pushes the invitation back towards you. This is your decision. You've got this. And whatever you do, I'm going to support you.
All right, I'll do it, but still kind of need you as my manager to send this out. And he hands it back over to you.
All right, there we go. As long as I got that confirmation. Now get your butt back in the ring. I'm going to go send this.
And we cut.
Right.
And we cut to.
Can I?
Go ahead.
I asked for one little scene just before we cut to the next one.
Oh,
I have
absolutely. Go
a
ahead.
little
Yeah.
idea. Okay. I imagine. Do you know that scene that always comes up between fights in the original game where Doc is on a bicycle and Mac is running behind?
Uh-huh.
I imagine it's the same scene, but this time we've actually put Bob on a cart on the back as we're bicycling.
To weigh him down as he's running.
To kind of weigh Doc down, and you're trying to go and get Bob as we're running.
Yeah, running and just swing. I like that. I like that a lot.
You got it. And I think that it's just a very quick. That's our transition scene to the next scene.
I love it.
Alrighty. And we transition into just a very similar scene. We now see the sun doesn't seem to be coming through as hard today. Maybe it's overcast outside. It's hard to tell from the position you're at, but you can tell that this does seem to be sometime later, probably on another one of these the same day of the week, since yet again Harry Bowler is up there on the TVs. This time Little Mac and Doc are joined by a man wearing overalls and a red hat that has the letter M on it in white. And we
Present day Bob to Derek says the Smasher.
The Stomper or the Smasher?
The Smasher.
I wasn't sure.
Yes.
Different names for the same entity.
You're right.
Yeah. And the scene opens with with this man's white glove kind of decking you in the chin as he seems to decking you just on the top of the head as he kind of jumps in and does a downward hook onto your head.
He did not. He did not just spike me into the floor. I'm upset. Mario's spike is so disrespectful.
You feel all of your rubbery goodness just kind of like, you know, like contracts in and gets squished down briefly, and then you like comically spring back up, but yet you don't feel as if like that was a little bit uncomfortable maybe, but you don't feel like that damaged you in any way. Woohoo! You see, this is how you do it.
Oh, man, Mario, it's been thank you for coming by and showing Will Max some of the tips and tricks. Really appreciate it.
Oh, of course. It's my pleasure to introduce new. Oh my God, you're being raided by living frost. Oh, listen there, raiders. Let's do it.
Living Frost 1 and their 4 friends have just raided the channel.
As much awkward noise as possible.
There it is. Yes. Yes. More energy. More effort. More passion. More energy.
Yo, my contacts didn't fall out this time.
Wow,
awesome.
Crazy. Good to have y'all in here, Raiders. Welcome in, welcome in. I am Fedorable Will, and you come in on our tabletop RPG stuff here. Note that we will be not responding to chat on stream per se, but we will be responding to chat in chat. So keep on chatting. You are not being ignored. But though right now, you find yourselves in the middle of a flashback episode where we're learning about one of our main characters' upbringing, and that being Body Opponent Bag, who is a dummy that was brought to life. So we're learning about how that happened. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in the Corey coming in with the raid as well. Good to meet all y'all. All right, so. And we resume scene. Mario, Little Mac, and Doc talking in front of Body Opponent Bag.
That's an interesting fighting style you got there. Some weird moves. How do you seem to be a little bit more than just punching it?
Oh, you noticed? Yes. It's not about believing that you can knock them back. That is a part of it. The most important part is imagining what happens after you land the blow, right? That's the point of Smasher-G. Yes.
Imagine.
Yes.
Like
you could call it imagination power. Yes.
I mean, usually I visualize how the opponent's gonna be moving, but you're saying less about them and more about me.
If you limit yourself to what is practical, well, you're never going to be able to advance in the interdimensional sense.
I don't know, Mario. All I can imagine right now is how, Body Opponent Bag here, he might not survive if I get any stronger. He's been with me for a while now, and I kind of grown a little attached to the guy. I mean, he's held up against me. He's one of the few that has. And, I'm going to... I went into a Texan accent for a second.
I started hearing it. I was like, oh man.
It's hard to keep a Brooklyn accent.
It is very hard.
It hasn't been easy.
I'm just worried that he might not last any longer, and that's all I can imagine.
Whoa, you don't need to worry about him. as you smash it, if you punch it with your smashergy, then you just got to imagine that it won't impact and that he won't take damage. If you'd imagine that you don't take that he won't take damage, you won't. It's like how I imagined that all of my spaghetti is already heated up and warm, even though it's like lukewarm. It's been sitting out on the table for too long because someone didn't call me to dinner on time. You know, that kind of thing.
I think Little Mac will just stare at Mario for a hot minute, just in confusion, before turning over to look at body opponent bag and. All right. And you see he starts to do his like power up punch. He's just holding it in. And he turns over to Bob and just don't flinch now. And then swings. And I imagine that because he's imagining in this moment that body opponent bag is not going to take damage, he connects, and what would usually send a random training bag out the window.
Well, before we determine that, roll 4DF to see.
4DF?
Yes.
Oh.
Got it.
Oh.
It's slash
Assuming-
roll, right?
Yep.
Does Lil Mac got modifiers for this?
This is something new to him, so he won't have any modifiers yet. This is a new skill.
Gotcha.
With a 0 that you have rolled, which for those that don't know, this is the fake core system. So 0 is literally just the most average that you could do. I would say that you were not able to utilize Smashergy the way that you were intending.
Okay, so still the punch, because that's a thing. He was trying to use the Smasher G to not like knock back he's focusing his imagination on not knocking back Bob. So I would assume it would still knock him over then at that point.
I would also like to add just a little thing.
Mhm.
Because you're like, don't flinch and you don't have control of the Smasher G, for a brief second, Little Mac thinks he saw Bob flinch.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that. No. You see, maybe we need to, let's go into the ring and try to build up some of your Smasher G. Typically, Smasher G comes out the most when you are in a fight, when the adrenaline is kind of spiked. Because usually I'd say that, but it's usually when Smasher G is both at its highest and its lowest, because you're usually already imagining what's happening next, and you know the risks involved in your various moves and how to win. But so your imagination ends up being limited to the practical, right? So if you can use that imagination and that adrenaline that's built up in the fight to find the impractical way to win, then you're all set.
He's kind of just staring at Bob in the eyes and just... Alright. Yeah. Let's get in the ring. Gives Bob one more tap before turning around and walking over to the ring.
Alrighty. Yeah, so the two of them start going to the ring and start does Doc give any words to him before as he warms up for the fight?
I think it's just like a quick massage to loosen up the delts.
Shoulder.
Just get everything nice and loosened up and be like, you got this, Mac. All right, you just go in and fight how you usually do. Don't get caught up in fighting somebody else's way. Fight in your own way. You know you.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. And, yeah.
Alrighty. And what? So now the body. Now that those are being distracted, what does the what does the janitor do?
So the janitor waited for Doc to move away from the door because I'm imagining now there's like a little poster notice of like, if you see this person, tell Doc. Like,
Oh, the locks have been changed.
yeah,
Yeah.
100% they've been changed. But Mario got in somehow, so the doors may be unlocked because of a visitor. So the janitor lies his way in, and he.
Don't like this. I feel violated when this happens. I don't like it. Like,
How do you
bad.
think I feel my actual body is doing it? Like,
Then don't do it. Don't do it.
character! It's called character acting! Jim Carrey did it, and everyone laughed!
I need help.
I appreciate it. Anyways, go ahead.
So he comes in, and then he goes to Bob while everyone is distracted. And he just, you see there? That new guy just tracked in a bunch of mushroom all over the floor. He doesn't care that I gotta clean that up. You see? They don't care. They just do what they want to do and achieve what they want to achieve. And then we just stuck doing whatever we gotta do to survive. You know, I had a job at the delivery store the other day, and they didn't like that I had a gig doing side work as a janitor. So now I gotta do this full time. And shh. And he hides behind Bob as like Doc and everyone looks over, hearing noise.
Oh.
Can I
No,
get
keep going. Keep going.
Can I get Little Mac, who's in the middle of this fight here, to basically roll to make sure that you are staying focused? Which, wait, actually, I don't even need to determine what name. Just how about a good old 4DF plus 3? A 1. You're getting somewhat distracted by this, and you're finding it hard. You're still focused on the fight, and you're still able to, you know, like avoid take the blows and keep in time with Mario. But though you're being distracted too much to be able to do this whole Smashergy thing right now.
I will say, Doc, I think is like focused in on what's going on in terms of the fight, and it's like, Mac, come on, focus up.
Fate point.
Little Mac uses a fate point.
Little Mac uses a fate point. Doc's encouragement.
I'll allow this.
Let's go.
You finally get and with that fate point, you finally are able to get a blow in that actually knocks Mario back quite a bit. And for the first time ever, there's some kind of energy that comes off of your fist as you kind of like lunge forward and hit him. The first time that you've ever done your side B.
Kind of looks down at his fist and so that's what you meant.
Oh, you've got it. That was a good move. You should use that mode more often.
I think once the fights died down, Doc looks over and it's like, hey! It's like getting his towel up and it's like, get out of here! Just trying to whip him.
He's like stopped hiding a little bit and is like full cleaning Bob, and then like gets seen and it's like, and like,
Hey!
Little gremlin dance just
yeah, just, it like gets
Just
out.
Doc with the towel whip, like trying to get him.
Oh, perfect. The next scene. It seems to be a much sunnier day today. No, wait. actually, no, this is this scene. It is pouring rain outside. You hear the sound of thunder and various raindrops hitting the tin roof of this rundown place. And the little Mac and Doc are there. Once again, the Harry Bowler seems to be playing, and it seems to be getting towards the end of the movie. It seems like the climax is what it is at its highest, and that is where I'll let you guys pick up.
It's been a while now since we got Bob. Okay.
Okay. I think I've just finished like sorting some things up, like getting things kind of settled in the gym, getting things a little bit tidied up before we're about to head out. I'm like, all right, you ready to go, Mac?
Yeah, Mac's kind of got like a duffel bag over his shoulder, and kind of gives a little bit more of a once over of the gym before. I need a minute, Doc, if that's all right.
Yeah. I'll wait for you outside there, Mac. You take your time. I'll get the car warm. Doc's gonna head outside and do his thing.
Little Mac's gonna do a slow patrol around the gym, kind of just taking everything in, looking at all the different pictures of like his wins and his losses on the wall. Look over the ring, all the different training equipment, the weights. He kind of lifts one and sets it back down, and kind of just goes through the gym, reliving all of his memories before finally kind of just turning to see Bob. And he grabs a chair and kind of walks over and puts the chair down a few feet in front of Bob and sits down in it, and sets his bag down and, well, this is it, friend. You've seen me through quite a bit this past year. It's been one heck of a ride. I don't think I could do this without you. I couldn't have done this without you. He wipes a little bit of tears away, and I'm sorry if I ever, went too hard on you without the Smashergy to keep you up. I remember when that weird guy you once had to stitch you up, and it was weird. I've never cared about equipment before, but you're more than equipment. And I hope you forgive me for hurting you like that. I know you're in there.
I think during this part, Derek's present day begins hearing present day Bob say, "This isn't right. This isn't okay."
You are able to discern that is present day's thoughts over top of this.
And Derek's will just give him a squeeze. Little Mac will stand up and move almost like a foot away from Bob, and he's adjusted Bob, I would assume, to be at his height, like eye level.
Mm-hmm.
So he's eye to eye with Bob. Mario once told me there was sandbag in his world that came to life after some eyes were drawn on it. And they said it happened that way because everyone poured their smashergy into them. And I'd like to think that I could have done that for you too. I can see you're in there. I think you're in there. I hope you're in there. I mean, you've already got the eyes. Eyes of a fighter. But you need more than just eyes to fight. You need some gear too.
Master has given Dupley clothes. He is free.
He goes back and grabs the duffel bag and opens it up and pulls out. He's probably got several of these because we've seen him throw them away. But he grabs his oldest pink hoodie, the one that he started fighting with, his first ever hoodie, and he drapes it over Bob, and slowly takes his gloves out of the duffel bag as well.
I meant to remove that part from there, but no gloves at this point.
Okay, fair enough.
I think actually, while you're about to grab the gloves, I think Doc is like, "Yo, Matt, come on, we gotta get going."
Right. He's kind of looking through. Hey, Doc, where'd you put my gloves?
They're already in the car for you.
All right, I'm coming. And he looks back over at Bob and almost one for one mirroring the first day that Bob got there. He gives him a little tap on the chin and just, I'll see you around. Keep fighting for me. And he turns and walks out of the gym.
Like all the lights are out in the gym at this point. I think the only thing is we forgot to turn off the TV. So I imagine it's playing its final moments of the movie.
Yeah, on the TV, there still seems to be they seem to be at the resolution now, and they're the characters are reminiscing about the things that happened, that kind of thing.
I can't believe you fought a giant serpent in the chamber.
Can I add a little something for this?
Do it.
Fedorable?
Yeah.
I want to say that as he was leaving, the invitation for the Smash Bros fell out of his duffel bag and landed on the floor.
Beautiful.
That's really good.
And what does body opponent bag do?
It is in this moment that Derek's begins to hear present day Bob panicked. Why am I not moving? I should be moving by now. Here's where I wake up. Come on. Come on, wake up. You gotta move. You gotta move now. If you don't move, I don't have friends. I'm stuck here. If you don't move now, there is nothing. Why? Why won't you move? Derek begins to feel smashergy emanate from present day Bob.
The glow on his hands. Yeah, the glow on his hands that was evident of him having too much smashergy starts to dissipate in present day. As he continues to yell, "Wake up!" Suddenly, Go ahead.
What? What am I? What? I think the sleeves come up with no gloves. What is this? What? Attempts the first step.
Music
Stumbles a little bit.
swells. The music swells on the TV as the credits roll.
No. What? Where am I? What? I have to get out of here. This place is evil. Too many bad memories. And he goes to the door, but the sleeves can't push it open.
You see hanging up, just in the corner of your eye, a set of boxing gloves, strapped alongside some lockers.
I don't want this. I don't want to be this. I don't want to fight. I don't want to keep fighting for you. Why do I have to? Why is that your directive? Why is that my purpose? And he goes over to the gloves. Fine. I'll use what you used, but I'll be free. You'll see. You'll all see. And the gloves come on. And he picks up the letter. And he goes out the door.
All right.
A ladder?
The letter.
Little-
Oh, letter. Okay,
the
sorry.
smash invitation.
I heard ladder. And I was like, "What's he gonna? Is he gonna climb a ladder? What's
Yes,
What?
yes. He's climbing the ladder of the gym as he goes to the air vents and empties his water into the air vents. No, I'm kidding.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
And that is where you come out of the flashbacks and back to modern day.
I think in that moment, Derek's is just gonna look over at Bob with a tear in his eye. And the moments we didn't get to see in the last episode, he's just gonna give Bob a tight squeeze on the shoulder and just... We can talk about it when you're... we can talk... I can't do his voice now! I made the little that
The
voice!
Brooklyn keeps on coming in, huh?
Hey, I'm wobbling here.
We can talk about this when you're ready.
I think the head slowly turns to you. I don't have much left. Life for life. Hey, Derek's.
You're... Wait. No, you're not. You're fine. You're not going anywhere. No.
The plastic head turns and straightens.
Bob? Bob. He gives him a shake.
What?
Bob. No. We're not doing this, Bob. And Derek thinks for a second before the boxes are still there, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
we've
this, at
thrown
this
them
point,
yet.
this
Yeah.
is before you got rid of the boxes.
Yeah. Okay.
He's going to grab his staff and look into the box and smash one of the smash balls. Once he does so, he's going to drop his staff and put both hands onto Bob's shoulders, and he is going to imagine Bob alive. And he's going to imagine that his friend is there. And he's going to just try to pour as much of that smash energy into Bob as he can.
I'm trying to remember if Cam was in the room at this point or not. I don't
No.
think
We
that was.
had some stuff happen after all the boxes were taken care of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so Bob was moving around after the flashback stuff.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think if the flashback happened when I was outside the room.
He
No,
was
you were-
also very
you were
quiet.
outside. Yeah, he was
during
very quiet.
after.
But
So
no,
I
I wasn't
imagine
around.
like Bob is
You were
able
outside.
to move,
I was
but
outside. Okay.
communication is difficult for him. I think
Right.
sentience is still in him. It's just not
it's
forefront anymore.
it's not as strong anymore. It's
Yeah.
It's a recovery. I mean, you
Yeah.
went through a huge amount of stuff. I would imagine a recovery session would be necessary. But yeah, Derek's is just going to sit there and he's just going to try to pour as much smashergy into. And the second that he sees that he's done so with one orb and it still hasn't worked, he's going to quickly grab his staff and smash another one and do it again. And he continues to do it until Bob starts moving again.
I just am imagining smash cuts of Cam, like, still trying to move that statue at this moment while this dramatic scene is happening.
Smash!
Wake up! Wake up! You're not supposed to. You need to wake up. You said it yourself. You need to move, or you won't find your friends. Well, your friends are right here, Bob. You need to wake up.
He's at that point. Go ahead.
I don't want to go into the dark box again.
You're not going to, Bob. He's just gonna give Bob a hug. You're here.
When
Here.
when am I?
You're here, and you're safe.
They're both so real.
I know, Bob, I know, but you're here.
What was with that lanky dude?
Through tears,
I didn't remember him at all.
Derek is just gonna laugh and just. We've repressed some of our darkest traumas. It's okay if you didn't remember him.
Bad touch, bad touch.
I'm coming.
Yeah, very much.
We're not doing this again, Bob. We're not doing this again. You're here. He's just gonna kind of pull back and like he kind of cuffs both sides of his face just to make sure that he's like looking at him. Like, you're here, you're awake, you're safe.
What am I? And that's the first time you hear Bob's true voice, by the way, because like the accent's gone.
I like that. You're you, Bob. You are Bob. You are body opponent bag. You are Bob. You are you. Nothing else. No one else.
Am I the sum of gifts of past and present, or am I whatever this is? I can't keep it to myself. We have to give this back.
No. We are all, fleshies included, born of the sum of gifts. We are gifts ourselves. We are gifts unto our loved ones. We are gifts unto our friends. We are gifts unto the world itself. You are a gift, Bob. Just as much as Cam, just as much as Goomsha. You are important.
You see Goomsha nod
Bob
and
can't
let
cry.
out a bark.
Bob can't cry physically, but his shoulders move like he's heaving sobs.
Even
and he
if
just hugs you.
even if he can't, before you hug him, Derek's does act as though he's wiping a tear away. And
Some water
hugs you
starts to
back.
come out of your base.
Of your face. I've
I'm
got you.
leaking.
I've got you, bud. You're here. I've got you.
I was so caught up in pretending to be real.
You are real. You don't need to pretend anymore. If you weren't real, you wouldn't be hugging me right now, right?
Oh, I've hurt so many people. Oh, I've hurt so many people.
Haven't we all? Hey. He's gonna back off away from the hug a little bit and just look at you. We'll work through this, okay? One day at a time. I've got your back.
I know that not everyone is used to violence and darkness. But I can be that shield for you guys. I've seen how dark it can get. You don't have to do that stuff. I can be that shield for all of you. That can be my purpose. My gift to you.
I'd like to say that Cam probably, because we said that that he ended up like waiting outside the door because things were taking so long. This is like as during the crying scene there, I suppose, is maybe when he starts to be on the other side of the door and starts eavesdropping.
Yeah, I think some of the statements from last session still kind of stand of like having some regrets about the way he's acted and everything. It's kind of still probably in a little bit will be coming in again. So.
Yeah.
You don't need to be something to be important to us. Just being here, being our friend, that is more than enough, Bob. I can't tell you no. I can't tell you to stop. But understand you don't need to be our shield.
I
We
look
just
at
want you
Derek.
around.
Derek's, who admittedly looks beat to hell.
Oh yeah, this is after his severe.
Yeah.
He's in severe pain. He's got cuts all over the place.
Yeah.
He's
Mhm.
torn to shreds. Yeah.
But Derek's, I wasn't a good shield, and look how beat up you got. In my selfishness, I hurt Goomsha. Cam is terrified of me.
No group, friends, family, workers, anything. No group is without their conflicts. You can't take that conflict and think that it's the end of the world. We work past it. That's what it means to be alive. We work forwards. We walk forwards. It's what it means to be us. These little fights, these... Nothing. Nothing. Don't beat yourself up.
If we walk forward, I hope you don't mind if I hobble along.
As long as it's next to us and not behind.
It may take some time, but I'll try.
Sorry. Yeah, Cam comes in, he's like wiping his eyes. He's like, we gotta get going.
Yo.
We gotta go. There's no work down here. Definitely trying not to like show that he was listening the entire time. Definitely. His eyes are like swollen a bit.
Yeah, I need to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure actually that you might have already come in before he smashed that smash ball, but I'm not entirely confident. So yeah.
There's a little bit of retconning. It's fine. We knew
Yeah.
there was.
Yeah,
one.
I think
yeah.
in the end,
Yeah.
I'm probably coming in at some point in this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Cam's just gonna smile over at or Derek's is just gonna smile over at Cam and just look back over at you, Bob, and if you want to talk more about this later, we can. But for now, let's get going. Let's get rid of these things and get going.
No, you wait. Yeah, no. Taste definitely. The Cam definitely was in there because Zanzi gave her line about you thought you weren't real. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like before you went
Yeah,
out and
like
smashed
the
the ball.
whole-
Yeah.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I've just been sobbing in the corner. That's been what I've been doing the entire time. Because I don't know exactly how things went in order last time from here. So we can rectify that later on.
Yeah. I do
Just
know
like we're
that,
rectifying this right now.
I do know that the that afterwards after the flashback inserts here spot was when you guys were going to go start getting rid of the smash balls. So
Okay, so
yeah,
we'll say
so-
that
so-
conversation's starting.
yeah,
I do wanna
so this scene will end when y'all decide what to do with the smash balls.
Right.
Okay.
I will say one more thing that Derek's does say directly to Bob. You know, you keep talking about having my memories of a brother. I may not remember him, but I hope he's at least half the person you are.
I think Bob breaks. I think Bob fully breaks.
Just Cam, he somehow got something and is like crying and blowing
Yeah.
his nose.
Yeah, I think Bob fully breaks there, and just will be silent while we journey.
Yep.
Yo, we gotta. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta
Let's
take
get
care of
them
these
figured
smash
out.
balls. How are we gonna get rid of all these boxes?
And then
Then
we did the
that's
that
what I'm
transitions into
Yeah.
everything else.
Yes. Yes, and that there, I suppose is, well, we have a smidge of time, so I would say that,
We can
So
move on to
after
being
you-
on Rainbow Road again.
yeah, exactly. So I do, yeah, I would like to know what direction y'all are heading in. So you guys get onto the Rainbow Road. Where are y'all going? Go ahead and discuss that.
Where to,
Here.
gang?
Can you
Can
bring
we
up
get
the
the
map for us,
equipment?
Will?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Can we go get equipment from the professor?
Right, we were supposed to get the equipment from the professor, right?
Yeah, and maybe we don't tell him about what happened in Hyrule.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Do we have to follow the road through the worlds? I don't remember.
Each of these intersections here have a bunch of pipes that can be used to jump to
Okay.
other spots.
Okay, because I was gonna say if we have to go through my world to get over to Inkopolis, I'm gonna be. Ooh, that would be dangerous. I'm down for whatever, guys.
Do we want to okay, let's talk things out a little bit. In terms of
Crud! I forgot to ask about oh no, wait! I don't need the gems anymore. Why would I want the gems?
I don't know. I thought you needed them.
I thought you were Bentley Bear, and you need the gems, Bentley Bear.
Jeez.
No,
I
okay.
don't know what that's a reference to. That's
Me
probably
neither.
an American.
I recognize it. I got you, bud. I got you.
All right.
It's like that feels like a deep cut reference.
yeah,
Only a
like-
very small portion of this audience is going to know about.
I forgot to check for gems in the worlds that we were in, but it's fine.
I'm worried about going to the professor. Just because I don't know about what's going on between the Federation, the Mies, the Switchians, and now this entirely new category that we don't really have any information on.
I hate to sound like the bad guy, but we don't need to trust them to use them.
Yeah, I agree. I just also am thinking that they might use us.
I agree with that. I think they are trying to use us.
I think they
However-
have used us. I think that's the thing.
I fully agree. However, unfortunately, it's a little bit of an equal and opposite exchange. We've been using them as well, and I think we continue to, while avoiding as much of their plans as possible.
I just wish I don't like not knowing what the big picture is. You know what I mean? I feel like we have a bunch of smaller pictures and that I could put them on my board. But I can't see how those pictures are creating the bigger picture.
So then we find Matt. We don't
I
fight
guess
Matt, we
so.
find Matt. Matt might be our best bet to talk to the Mies and to figure out how we can work with them to mitigate the conflict between them and the Federation. And how to remove I'm thinking the Switchians are not in their best interest, and they may be using the Mies the same way the Federation is using us.
Yeah.
So if
I'm not
we
sure.
can
Well,
work with the
we know
Mies,
that the Switchians aren't doing anything with the Mies.
they're delegating them, though. Yes.
No, they're not. We know that whoever was it, John Cena and Ariana, are doing something and seem to be involved, but they're not Switchians.
What were the Switchian? What was the whole thing about the Switchians, Will?
So Switchians are the individuals that have been taking up the housing and basically taking over the populace of the Woohoo Islands. So the Mies don't actually have a home terrain to be in anymore.
Right. They've
They're
displaced
being,
them.
yeah.
They've been displaced.
The reason,
right.
Displaced.
Yeah, the reason that the Mies are upset is because the Federation never did anything to support.
Right.
So
okay.
They've done so much for the Federation that they kind of feel like, hey, they owe us something.
Yeah.
So maybe we
need to find out who did
We
the
need to
first
find
act
him.
of aggression.
Well,
We need to find that.
Didn't they say that there was a leader above Matt?
Oh, there's that, and then keep in mind with the Mies too, because who knows? Maybe those two weirdos that we just fought against.
Well, whoever they weren't real.
They were weird. They were
just-
very weird. Look,
I think Cam is like, he actually pulls off to the side and stops the cart.
yeah,
Off to the side of Rainbow Road
please.
to like actually stop and think.
I think we find out where Matt is. We talk to Matt. We figure out a way that we can find their demands without any more bloodshed.
Yeah,
And we bring it to the Federation as a liaison. We can handle this peacefully. I think we can.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm just worried because
If we're gonna
This all
go,
seems odd.
if we're gonna go to the Mies, though, they've been acting really hostile towards us wherever we go, because they want smash orbs. They want to fight strong people.
Right.
They're stockpiling those for something.
What
But
if
I
you say
think they
that,
may-
and Cam has a moment of like, oh, that's how the crates is how they've been transporting the smash orbs.
Yes.
Usually smash orbs dissipate out here.
Yes. Are you thinking the crates have some sort of special...
They must have some
Material?
sort of special property.
Did we save any of the crates?
No, we did not.
No, we portaled all of those into the nether.
Crates? Oh,
I am really sorry. I didn't even think about it when we were throwing the crates
Hey.
away.
I'm just
All
gonna...
good.
Derek's just gonna look back to, I'm assuming, an asleep Goomsha. Just conked out.
Yeah, no, she looks extremely tired. Like she's like, you know, kind of like nodding off a little bit, but though she like looks up and it's just kind of like gives some like barks of agreement every now and then.
I think for now, before we make a decision, we should take a rest.
Yeah,
We
I
should
think
barely
Ken actually
keep
looks
our eyes
at
open.
himself and sees all the bruising and everything.
Goomsha's
Yeah.
barely awake. You're beaten, battered, and bruised. I'm bleeding actively.
I've also been my hand's been shaking the entire time.
I think we need to just relax.
Where do we even go to do that? I don't.
Here? Can we stay here for just a couple of hours and just...
I mean, the problem is we know that the Mies are regularly patrolling the roads.
Yeah, they could be here any minute. My suggestion is we go to Inkopolis, we see the professor. all right, we don't have to tell him everything that we're gonna do, but give him the idea that we are trying to seek a peaceful end to this. We want to de-escalate the situation.
I don't even know if we tell him that. I think we just let him on.
I think we at least need to go there because we know that the Mies are not. Whether we go to actually see him or not is beyond the point.
I genuinely think if we don't tell them that we have the goal of de-escalating, they're going to keep escalating. So we're going to be fighting like this never-ending hostility thing that just keeps happening while we try and patch it up.
I am trying to think
we gotta tell the one party that
very
listens
least
to us.
What if we at least just approach them in question of if they intend to de-escalate?
Why don't we just ask that of the professor? And we don't need to talk to anybody else.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't need to go up the chain of command.
But for now, I think Inkopolis might be the safest place for us to get some rest.
Hey, Will, we've been doing stuff in the multiverse for a while.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere where I might know of like hot springs or a nice beach?
We're not gonna get a hot springs episode.
You're not. No, we are gonna get a hot springs episode. How dare you?
I'm actually out of character with Teus on this. No,
we are absolutely getting one.
So, do you? What do you consult for that? Do you consult your encyclopedia? Do you consult your?
I think, yeah, the Smash Encyclopedia would be the most likely place to have that information. That makes sense to check.
Yeah. So you start perusing through there, and looking for a good spot to do something. And suddenly, as you guys are just kind of like, pouring through the book, maybe Derek's is looking over your shoulder too or something. And can I get y'all to roll a notice type check for me?
Notice, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a great notice. Please actually roll good for
I
once,
will say,
Derek.
having two characters with like great notice is really helpful for this party.
Yeah.
And Bird rolls bad with a 2.
Yeah, of course. With my +4. Yeah, sure. Let's roll a 2.
Oh my goodness. Cam definitely noticed.
Cam with the 5, Bob with the 3. And I suppose I ought to roll on behalf of Goomsha. Let's see here. Notice, where is it? Oh, she has a +1 on it. She has a +1 and rolled better than Derek's. I rolled a 4.
Woof.
All right, bye guys.
Woof.
Wow.
Burr, you poor soul.
Burr got so bullied by the numbers.
Oh, absolutely. So you do you see a white hand like floating through subspace, starting to approach you all. Goomsha and Cam notices.
Oh, I'm kicking into gear. I've been reading this book, and I think I look up and I see the rearview mirror, and it's the same scene from Jurassic Park where the T-Rex is chasing the Jeep.
It's just waving to you guys. It's like as it's approaching, it's kind of like
seem aggressive.
No.
What I know
you can
about...
roll.
Let me roll something for that.
Roll
empathy.
Empathy to figure that out. Yeah.
Would I know what this is?
Good.
With my Smash,
you can roll
knowledge?
lore.
Okay. Please.
That's a
I
0.
would also like to roll lore.
You may. A 2 for your lore, a 3 on your empathy, and a -3 for Bob on empathy. Bob thinks Bob is scared of this thing.
I rolled 2 minuses. I have not rolled more than 2 minuses every roll.
Way to go.
I don't know what's happening for you, Burr. It's just not good.
Yeah.
It's
the
actually
King of
not
Hands, and he's mad that I have gauntlets. He's mad that I don't have my original hands. I'm sorry.
Cam gets the sense that this may not be per se aggressive. but though like you're not 100% sure, but though you're like 70% sure that this thing isn't aggressive.
I think I've kind of closed the book. I've put it to the side. I've got one hand on the wheel, one hand on the shift, just the gear shift to be ready. And I'll just be like, I'm kind of sitting back like it's an officer walking up to greet me on the side of the road.
Derek's, I would think, is just putting his hand on Bob's shoulder to calm him down. Like, it's okay. We're fine.
Do I need to pretend to be real again? Like, what?
No.
Why is he here?
Hey,
You are real. Stop it. It's fine.
everybody else sees a giant hand, right?
Yes, we see the giant
Okay,
hand.
just confirming. Just
Yeah,
confirming.
the King of Hands is coming.
Derek's is just gonna wave back.
It's not as big as like Master Hand, but though it's like 2 Goomchas big.
Okay. Hello?
That honestly kind of looks like an apalm's tail. Can I get the highest stat on that? On
Yes.
the hand for him.
That's so good. So good.
Its highest stat would be lore.
Oh, interesting.
Fascinating.
That's really interesting.
Ooh,
Okay.
cool. I like that.
Out of character. I may have an idea.
Yeah, I think Cam suddenly like realizing that it looks like an apalm hand, and he's like, "Wait, no, it looks wiser than a tail." Okay, we're
Can
fine.
we-
We're okay. We're okay.
Can we help
think.
It
you?
just kind of like puts itself upside down and kind of like shrugs for a second.
Are you a friend? Thumbs up for friend. Thumbs no for not friend.
It like puts itself mostly up. It's like
Are
That's
you-
fair. We
and
just
then
met.
sh-
You
and
know,
then
that's
shrugs.
Are you
That
here
sounds
for
right.
us?
What was that?
Are you here for us?
It shakes itself back and forth.
Okay, you just live out here in the void.
It shakes up and down.
Okay, good. We can go then.
Wait.
Good
So,
meeting you.
It waves
Do you
goodbye.
not have a home?
It shrugs again.
I think this is its home
wait.
ambiently.
I can't speak sign language, but do you also like talk in sign language since you don't have a mouth?
I can't do sign language, but it does start kind of like doing various motions.
This is very good information to know, even though none of us can speak sign language.
Yeah.
Until Goomsha comes back and we find out that Goomsha actually could the entire time.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Goomsha speaks sign language but doesn't have hands. That's
Right?
so
That's
funny.
why I think that's
It's
really
so funny.
Thank you for catching my drift on that.
So good. So good.
It's thieves' can't. It's fine.
That's it.
I unironically in every D&D game, thieves' can't is sign language.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
100%.
honestly a good way to have it. It's not bad at
Mhm.
all.
Okay, I guess we can go then. Bye.
I mean, it's a pleasant treat to meet you, I guess. I guess we'll probably see you around on this road at later points. I don't know if we
Oh,
just hang out.
Wait,
Just
wait,
finds
wait.
Scene.
Before we leave. And I
Oh, we're
take
not
off-
leaving. I'm just letting the hand keep going.
It starts to go off. Yeah.
Before you. Hey, wait. Come
It
back.
comes back. It comes
Just-
back.
Do you. Are you on a journey yourself?
It like
Do you-
it hesitates for a moment, then like kind of shakes its head no.
Have you seen any me's go in any particular direction?
It
Any-
frivolously
a map?
shakes its head yes.
A large amount of me's.
Less frivolously, but
less
though
so.
it shakes, yeah.
Were
Can
they
you-
carrying boxes?
It shakes no.
Can you show us in tens with your fingers how many there was. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
It puts up 2 fingers.
20.
Okay, so roughly somewhere around 20. Okay.
Okay. Where can you point us in the direction of where they were going?
It just kind of points back towards towards where you came from.
Okay.
Oh,
So
it could have been a bunch of the bees we just dealt with.
yeah, I'm assuming it is. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. We should probably get going.
No, just real quick. I just allow me to try something.
Yeah, go
Please.
Go for it.
Okay. I pop
Don't-
off
don't
one of
scare.
my gauntlets,
No.
and I offer the sleeve to him, and I go, "Would you like to come with us?"
It looks it looks very confused as to what you are offering.
I'm just offering us like very in front of it. Gauntlet comes off. Sleeve. You want to come with?
Like
I think it's too big for that because it's 2 sizes of Goomsha.
Who knows?
It's like half.
Who knows?
This is
Bob hasn't
okay.
tried it yet.
I need to make sure this is a master hand, right? This is a master hand. I'm not
Just a
crazy.
baby
This is a
master hand.
Yeah, it's like it's like an adolescent master hand. Yeah.
It's an adolescent master hand.
Man,
So
I was
smaller
thinking
than-
Glover flew up.
Were you actually?
I went especially with wisdom because it's supposed to be like a wizard's glove.
Yeah, a wizard's
So
glove.
I literally
I-
thought it's Glover.
I thought it
No,
was
I have the exact opposite. I was like, "This is a master hand. This thing's gigantic. It must be the size of our car." Like,
At
what I
first,
thought.
I was thinking Master Hand, but then he said 2 Goomshas. Master Hand isn't that small of 2 Goomshas.
Right. No.
So I'm thinking
about the
that's
size of
Glover.
That's
And I'm
Glover.
offering Glover a ride. Like, out of character. That's the Bob wanted to do something weird.
Oh.
I don't think that's gonna work, Bob.
You never know if you don't try. And I thought I'd offer. And then I put the gauntlet back.
Anyway, thank you, and my name is Cam, by the way. Thank you for chatting, and I just put my hand up to shake the hand.
It puts
Wrong-
out a
wrong
finger
hand,
to
wrong
shake
hand.
your hand.
Oh, that works, I guess. Okay, Cam, I think we need to get going.
Oh, okay, bye. Just gonna
It waves
get
goodbye.
things shift into gear.
That was weird. Was anyone
I've
else
seen
weirded
giant
by
hands,
that?
but
I was
never
weirded
a
by that.
hand not attached to a tail.
I was
That was
very
weird.
weirded by that. So,
And that is where we end today's session.
yeah.
Did Derek's catch what Cam said just right after?
No, he didn't. He's just
Oh.
so like weirded out by the whole situation.
I mean, a giant hand's a weird thing.
I was expecting Derek's to try to translate by like using his mind reading thing.
That would have been a good idea.
Forgot about that ability.
To be fair, and honestly, with everything that's been going on, it's perfectly valid for Derek to have forgotten that.
100%.
Like, it's so
100%.
valid.
I'm so tired of looking in other people's minds. I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I just had a whole thing with Bob. I don't need to have another person's tragic backstory.
Tired. He's beaten, battered, bruised, and tired.
Well, okay, I want to do a quick check-in with y'all. What's everybody's stresses at right now, and what's the consequences looking like?
So, I have 2 physical stresses, 1 mental. I have outside of the ones from the Grima fight, I have a mild, a moderate, and a severe.
Oh, do you have some permanent consequences?
I
Basically?
do have some permanent consequences. I have the memories. I have back pains, and I've got the burn mark from the ice.
You know, those move away from the consequence section and become aspects, hey?
Oh, do they? Okay,
Oh, that makes
okay.
Yeah,
Then I'll
once,
move
once
those.
a consequence is considered solidified, it becomes a aspect.
Okay. Then I'll just make it an aspect of Grima.
Grima Aftermath.
Call it Grima Aftermath, Grima Scars, whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Bob has 2 mental stresses. And he would have had a consequence, a physical one, but he used his tough as nails.
Oh, no, I didn't get a severe. Okay. Sorry.
I got 2 physical stresses and 3 mental stresses. I still haven't actually gotten a consequence this game yet.
Yet. Well, you keep
Don't-
running off to the
don't know.
side, being the support character.
Cam's not the upfront guy.
Yeah,
Cam is not the upfront guy.
Which is perfect.
Neither is Derek's.
And yet Derek
Get
keeps
in on
running
it.
up, and Cam does not understand it. He does not understand or get it.
Post-Grima stress disorder. PTSD.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
Yes.
To be fair, half the times that this stuff happens to him, it is deeply traumatizing to Cam. Either way, getting hit is not a kind thing for him.
That's
He's
valid.
not like the rest of y'all where he's like, oh, I got hit, I'll just keep fighting. He's like, nope.
Deuces.
I'm out.
Peace.
Y'all got this. Oh, poor
Alrighty.
Cam. Just a coward. Oh.
A Cam word, you might say. Some might say.
Oh.
Anyways,
PTSD. Oof.
we don't have a new Ask the Players question over in the Discord channel. So if there's anyone that has something they want to ask as their question for the week, they may feel free to present a one. Yeah.
I've got a question of the week. What is that, Doug?
What? This has been here the whole time?
Doug. I just saw it.
Have you never? This has been here since the merch store launched.
No. I haven't only just now seen it.
Oh my
I'm-
goodness.
I have a mix of pride and disappointment in seeing that there, Will.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bird's notice was really low.
It's a pillow.
It's a pillow. It says great and mighty on the other side.
So
Yeah.
the reason I have a mix of pride and disappointment is I'm prideful because that is my drawing, and you've put that on a pillow, and that makes me really happy. But also, it's Doug, and
It
that's a
is
disappointment.
It is Doug.
Oh,
something about me that makes you uncomfortable?
very everything.
That's so funny.
At least it's not a body pillow. Like, that would...
Gosh.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
I like
Okay,
that question.
The Goblin
Goblin's
Moss
got
over
good.
in the Twitch chat has presented a question. If the players should go to a new world of their choice in the game that isn't already planned, what would they pick?
I'm just trying to think if it's like as my character or as me, Teus.
I think I
Well,
have
since that's the
two
players,
answers.
so
I have two answers for that.
Probably as me then.
go ahead.
The player would actually really think that it would be cool to go to Wayard, the homeworld for Derek's, just so that way everyone can see just the absolute mess of a world that is. And Smashergy would be very close. Smashergy being very similar to Synergy, being imagination and stuff. It very much so fits. I think it would make for a really cool plot place, but that's also a little bit selfish. The other place I would love to see specifically is Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not bad.
I think that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with the whole Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with the whole like summoning of creatures and whatnot and all that stuff. I just think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 would make for a very, very interesting and fun world. In my opinion.
Fair.
That's a good one. All right, and who are you?
I am burritscoldgaming. I'm a variety streamer and speedrunner. I finally found my N64, so I'm going to start speedrunning Quest 64 again soon. And I do a variety of randomizers, like the Donkey Kong 64 randomizer. Kind of just play whatever I want to play. Been going through. I'm actually recording a lot more playthroughs or like let's plays now. So I am on YouTube as well. Burritscoldgaming on YouTube. I am also the DM of a Kingdom Hearts TTRPG that we play every Sunday at 2 p.m. Central. We're going on almost 2.5 years now, and the episodes are up on YouTube as well if you want to catch up on those. Yes, episode 1 is missing. I know Twitch deleted it before I could download it, so we have to re-record it. Yeah, but we're catching up. We just hit episode 62, so it's been a wild ride. It's been, if you like drama, you like jazz, come head over. So,
There's constantly jazz music in the background.
Constantly jazz music. As an alto saxophone player, there's jazz is important.
Nice.
Knowing how dramatic your game is, now I'm just picturing like a really intense emotional scene followed by bum 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 bum.
Oh man. Dan's in the chat saying pick the world where we go to the Doug tournament, and then corrected himself. He's like, oh wait, it said unplanned world. Yeah. Those in the Twitch chat, put in your answers of what worlds y'all would like to see, and those watching on Spotify and YouTube, y'all have the ability to leave comments. Go ahead and leave your comments of what worlds you want to see.
Yeah, I do have my answer. It's weird to not be the last one to have my answer this time, but I do have an answer.
Wow, go
so
ahead.
Usually, as a player, I would pick Pokemon because I love it, but that's going to be a world. We're going there. I know we're doing that at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So the other world to me that I was like, this would be so fun, would be the Nintendogs world.
Ooh.
Just be cuddled by a bunch of puppies. That would be really
what if we
nice,
became
to
the
be
puppies?
honest.
What if we became the puppies?
I would die. And it would be great. It would be so. I'd be so happy.
Adorable. Can
Bob
we have a
just
Lion
got-
King from Kingdom Hearts 2 world, please?
We're going to start Kingdom Heartsing this, where we're going to need new art for every world.
Yes.
Oh no. Teus,
Oh,
Damie,
man.
you know the assignment.
Who's you?
But yeah,
Labrador.
I is teusflips. I is a guy that GMs for Reverie, a campaign that's mostly on YouTube, but it's also on Spotify, and we do stream it live on my own channel, teusflips. But don't expect the recordings that happen regularly because we're all busy. Everybody's a busy human, and things get mixed up in time and all that. But most recent episode 5, just got uploaded 2 days ago, so it's there. Check it out.
It was a really good
People-
episode.
They're in a new world. It's really exciting. Every campaign has to be about world hopping now. That's all I'm saying. Every campaign has to be about world hopping.
I feel proud for pioneering this.
Yeah, no,
I feel very proud for pioneering this.
you should, yeah.
You're not wrong, but there's also like a lot of Digimon elements in there as well. So if you're a fan of Digimon, I highly recommend checking out our stuff. I also do the art here on some of the art here for the campaigns, and I'm a reoccurring player on the channel here. So that's
Yes,
me.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Alrighty, and that leaves us with Midwest.
Okay, so I thought long and hard about
You're
this.
my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
Welcome in,
Of
Zion. Thank you for
all-
follow.
Of all the worlds that I don't think are planned, I would love to just get smashed into the solar system of the Kirby universe. Just for like a brief thing, because like there's so much cosmology that happens in Kirby that could get into really deep lore of how it's all connected to different game verses and how imagination, like deep lore potential, Kirby.
That's true.
That's my answer for that. And not just because Kirby Superstar was one of my most favorite games on the Super Nintendo. No. Who is I?
Yes, who is you?
By golly, I'm Midwest Dungeon Delvers.
Wow.
We do a variety of things, gaming, but also we do TTRPGs as well as everyone else here. We've had our Fair Before the Foul series go for 10 episodes now. And it's just all the political intrigue, all of the like Artemis Fowl governmental like bureaucracy of Fey folk. It's all of that. It's all of that, and yeah, no, it's great. Also, a lot of Elden Ring. That's just, I'm sorry. That's just a part of me.
You're forgiven.
I'm good. I've put over 1,000 hours. I'm just, it's a problem. But it's so good. It's so good. The mods are so good. They make it so good. I could gush. Thank you all for tuning in to Bob's tragic backstory today, and thank you guys for bringing it to life. It was a blast to play through.
Yes.
It was like both tragic and kind of wholesome at the same time.
Yeah,
Like there were some really nice elements and some really tragic elements in there.
Yes. Also, yes, Zion. I see you in there. Welcome in. And Moss saying the Momodora. Dora, is that? I've never heard of that game.
Momodora, it's a really, really cool Metroidvania
Oh.
where you play as a shrine maiden.
Oh.
There
the
we
weapon
go.
is a big leaf.
Yes. My answer for myself, y'all will see the world I've been looking forward to the most throughout this entire campaign is the one that we're going to have up next. Oh, my headphones just died.
Ooh.
Oh, I can still hear you guys. Okay,
Uh-oh.
cool. But yeah, so it's and it's the one where, and I'm excited to announce that Quimbly 3 is going to be our guest star for that world. So look forward to that sometime in January. Yeah.
Yay!
Fun.
Indeed. Alrighty.
No idea what world it is.
Nope.
Yep. Nope. Y'all have no idea. Yeah, because I can't spoil it now.
I mean, you could.
He could, but will he? I don't think so.
It's
Will.
I will say that it's not a Nintendo world. So this is
Ooh.
Yeah. This will be the
that's
first
fun.
after the Woohoo Island arc that y'all are branching out from the Nintendo sphere.
Ooh.
Non-Nintendo franchise? How dare you? What are you thinking? Like that's not Smash Quest branding.
Not a
going
Nintendo
on?
world in our Nintendo world? What the heck?
What? By golly, there's some shenanigans afoot.
I don't know. I didn't sign up for this, Will.
They're all worlds that are playable on the Nintendo Switch, so you know.
Oh, okay, you're fine.
Please let this be a normal world trip.
Wait, is Doom Eternal playable on Switch?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No.
Wait, are we gonna? What is that one character's name from Animal Crossing? that
Isabel?
helps. Are we gonna get the
Isn't that
Isabel
meme?
Doom guy? Man?
We're gonna get the Isabel Doom guy meme. That's gonna be the next boss. Let's stop giving Will ideas. Let's stop doing that.
Oh gosh.
I mean, it's a good idea though.
It's a good.
One
I
that
don't
kind of
want
want to see happen.
Okay, I
kinda
don't want to be ripped and teared. I'm fine.
That could be our reunion boss.
Yes.
Gosh. Alrighty. Well, with all of that, I suppose that can be where we end things for today. Can I get a goodbye, players?
Goodbye, players.
Bye, players. Goodbye.
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 All right, now, If you love someone, you tell them the truth. And boy, howdy do I love you guys. So here's the truth that can be found over in Psalm 93, 1 through 2, and then skipping over to 5. Yahweh is king, which is sometimes translated as the Lord. He clothes himself with majesty. Yahweh clothes himself. He girds himself with might. Yes, the world is established so that it will not be moved. Your throne is established from of old. You are from everlasting. Your testimonies are fully reliable. Holiness is fitting for your house, O Yahweh, forever. And that is our truth time for today. It's the time we have for today. Let's go share the love and hype. I love you all. Goodbye.